Glenn Marley, back again. More War on the Sea. Sank a 4-ship patrol with my cruisers yesterday. And now I'm looking to find some more. Start of a new day. Still have a little war fighting up there. Minuscule fighting there. Need to rebuild this base up to level 2 and get them fuel and supplies. Which I think I'll do with the little ones. He's getting a supply and engineering run. That's about right for what I got. See if I can capture him. Hey, what's up? Just fighting another good fight today. Trying to hold off the Japanese onslaught. There they are. Hey, you just gotta spend your points wisely. It's basically you just gotta figure out. It depends on which game you're playing too. Like, if you're playing the Pacific game, spending points in that is different than spending it in this game. Each game has like very different strategies you should be following. Oh, that was a dud. The direct hit dud miss. He just got damaged though. Heavy moderate. Probably won't sink. It's like if you're playing the base game, I do it a little differently than some people. Some people run like actual convoys. I only use convoys to move fuel and engineering. Troops and supply, destroyers. Destroyers and light cruisers. because the convoy is fast enough to get into Guadalcanal without getting bombed, and you can avoid air cover. Like, let's say this is Guadalcanal, and this is all those islands. If you're the Japanese, take every island, and then build an airfield on them. So when you run your convoys, you just use your fighters and then attach them to the task force. So every convoy you have 12 to 15 fighters over the top. Millie Bay, the one in Papua New Guinea, or the island base Shortlet. Okay, so you have Australia, right? And you get resources in Australia. I just build merchant ships and run them over to the Guadalcanal side, but I also build 2 to 4 destroyers, and I take all the troops and all the supply that I can, and I run that to Millie Bay. So if you just build 2 destroyers, maybe 4 destroyers, and you just run troops and supply there, within like a couple months, Millie Bay will be like almost unassaultable. I'll give advice, but I'm pretty lazy about my ship-to-ship combat. I generally let the computer auto-target. Time compression? Don't push ×5. The computer cannot calculate all the calculations, and time compression causes less accuracy. That's straight from the makers of the game. So if you're going ×5 during ship-to-ship combat, your ships are going to be less accurate. Generally, move your ships. The closer you are, the easier it is to hit. If you're at max range, like, click on your ship and see. I'm just going to find a random ship. So here's the Omaha, right? Even though it says 25,000, how many rounds of ammunition do you have? So it might be better to push smoke for your convoy full speed and drop that down to 20,000 before you even open fire. Because if you're wasting all your ammunition at 20,000 when you get real close into the final slog, you know, when your ships start running out of ammo, that's the most accurate time they get to hit. Use air power. I generally will put like 2 or 3 submarines in the canal area, one right in front of Guadalcanal, one right here, and then like one on the north side to guard the Guadalcanal, that little circle around that little island in the middle. And I almost very rarely do I do ship-to-ship combat. B-17s, send the B-17s down the slot, send the torpedo bomber Catalinas down the slot, and if you take that island down here and the island over here, you usually can get it done. And then always, like, Japan's gonna, when you go run into Japan's gonna have a battleship and then like a heavy cruiser, or they're gonna have 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 2 2 destroyers, and then 4 supply ships, or something like that. Because that's the mission they have. And then you're going to run into the carrier north of them. The game's run on mission sets. But your friend is building airfields. Well, what do we have here? But yeah, it's also, it depends on how you want to do your ships. Like, America is more gunnery focused. Japan is more torpedo focused. So I try and, like, cruisers, because your destroyers are going to get wrecked. So you probably want to keep your destroyers a little farther off than your cruisers and battleships. And then destroyers, you move into torpedo stuff when you want to. But you've seen, like, if the enemy's firing like 5 ships at your destroyer, it's going to sink. And it's going to go down fast. Alright, you're here. I saw you here. Game be cheating, man. It's it should be, my computer's like $5,000, so unless my internet's like really bad. Nah. I have the stream up on another computer, actually. So, like, there's always like a 4 or 5 second delay, but it's just offset. Your stream's always offset by like 4 or 5 seconds. So it might be your Wi-Fi. Alright, more troops. Alright, do you see that? All my planes just disappeared. So there's a bug in this game where occasionally your planes will disappear. And they count them, it counts as a loss, I think. That is the weirdest shit. And that sucks too, because I just lost a lot of planes. And they're even counting that patrol. Weird game. Well, that's no good. Let's see what this guy is. Oh, it's him. Oh, I want to kill him. He's been a nemesis of mine for a while. He also causes the save issue problem. Why not? All right, let's continue this on. ASW action's always interesting. All right, what do I got? You gotta be shitting me. And like, it's like, it feels like he didn't even notice. Like, he didn't even hear the dud torpedo. All right, this should be better. All right. Another 2% there. 45 left. That was a satisfying kill. That guy has like been like unkillable no matter how much I've bombed him for like the last 2 weeks. So my bombers are still exist, right? They're still doing patrols. I just can't see them. So I'm gonna save the game. And then I'm gonna reload. And see if this fixes it. That is so weird, man. Yeah, there they are. I got nothing. Really? Let me look. Can you hear me? Okay. What's sad is I'm gonna have to change my starting next week. I have to change all of my streaming stuff. Twitch is discontinuing Twitch Studio. So I get to learn a whole new thing next week. Don't dive. Let me get here. Let me bomb. This guy carries quite a bit of bombs, too. So I might be able to get quite a bit of subs this way. Always a good sign. Oh my god, you're so far. What is wrong with you, guy? Even I could hit that. Alright, RTV. Got a lot of double patrols now. Kind of crappy. But every day I go, every day I continue on is just a win for me right now. Because I'm building resources, and the computer doesn't operate on the same level that you do. They generate missions, you build resources. Alright, new day. Refresh my air cruise. Also, a lot of like the game is ship selection. Like, if you're playing the Americans, you should be fine. But not all ships are created equal. Like, the Hobart is way better than the Adelaide in this game. But they're both light cruisers. And then, like, the Americans... Like, the Omaha... 10 6-inch guns looks great, right? But when you look at the Omaha as a model, their guns have very narrow arcs. Not all 10 guns can fire at the enemy because they have casements. Like 4 of their guns are put in casements that have like forward firing arcs. So if it's chasing somebody, it's all right, but it's not as good as some of the other ships that have, you can do full broadsides with every gun that you own. So if they have 10 guns and they're doing a broadside, you can just wreck the enemy. Like, make sure you turn your radars on, which I'm horrible at that. Especially for surface action. Like, the American ships are pretty good. Like, yeah. I generally, for my resupply ship, I generally have one CA. I'll probably put all 4 Atlantas in it. And then I just have 5 random destroyers. And all they do is run supply from the South Island up to Guadalcanal. Back and forth. And I try to avoid all surface action. And then I bombard Guadalcanal pretty much most of the time. And then once you build up resources and you get more and more ships, that's when you build your battleship, 2 battleship. I like having 2 battleships, 2 battleship, 2 heavy cruisers. But even then, like America, like if you have a whole heavy cruiser squadron, you can take down a battleship. Like America's, their guns are just better. Like, I play pretty risk averse, so I try not to lose ships, because the longer you avoid losing ships, the more combat power you're producing. And eventually, you'll hit this tipping point where there's just nothing the enemy can do. But losing those command points slows down your victories. And I have to play a different game. Like, these 2 guys aren't even that wounded. It's the ammunition that kills me. So I'm going to turn them in. and let them repair, and then I'm gonna buy. I'll buy them again in 6-7 days. It's just this weird mechanic with this game. Because I'm in this version of the game, you have that resupply issue. So every time you rearm a ship, it costs you 10 fuel and 50 supply. I would run out of fuel if I rearm those guys. And I only get 60 fuel a week. And I have to use that to replace planes. So it's just better to turn your stuff in and then get the command points later. I got a submarine and 2 cruisers in turn-in right now. And you can turn in now too. Because you are here. I kind of like this patrol right here. Blocking this off. So once you wreck the fleets, it takes the enemy X number of days to regenerate a fleet to send it back towards you. So your whole goal in this game is just to wreck these invasion fleets that are coming. And then they have to generate a new fleet. I don't know where they generate from. I think they generate here. And then one of the fleets will come this way. And then one of them comes from this way. And then they have the patrol fleet, which is 1 cruiser and 4 destroyers. Now, it's funny, this poor guy up here, he has no air force, 100 troops, nobody ever touches him. He just sits up here. Alright, what do we got? So what do you do for a living? I actually fire rockets for a living. What are you studying? I might actually become a student again too. Mainly because I have free college. It's funny though. I don't even want to go back to college. It's like, that's cool. You going to are you at just a regular 4-year uni, or are you at one of the like Emory-Riddle or whatever? Okay. Yeah, America has some weirder... America has some weirder colleges for aviation. Like the Embry-Riddle universities and blah, blah, blah. And then, like... That's cool. Well, don't enjoy college too much. That's what I did. I've been to, I don't know, 5 of them. And then I decided I'd rather just blow stuff up for a living. Yep. Good old conscription. Finland's in a precarious situation. Like, especially now that you joined NATO. I'm tracking. I'm very well aware of the continuation war and the other one. I'm a military history is probably my major. So I'm very well aware of in fact, I'm pretty sure I have a book or 2 on it. No. Oh, these are sub chasers. All right, these are all right. No, you are not all right. You need to die. So this is the ship that causes the save issue. Yep. Because you lost what? I don't remember how many. 50, 100 kilometers or so after that war. Give or take, I don't know. Basically, just north of Leningrad, or whatever it's called, St. Petersburg. I don't even know what it's called anymore. You have nothing to be ashamed of in either one of those wars. You guys fought way above your weight class. You're like a welterweight taking on Mike Tyson. And you went like 11 rounds and then you just got TKO'd. Like you caused them a ton of casualties. That and they have, as we're seeing today, like, they look great on paper, but when you dig into, like, the details, you find out their military is has issues, especially today. Like, yeah. So we have a place called NTC. It's the National Training Center, and we'd get Russian equipment, right? Well, you know what we used to do? We would use the Russian equipment to fight our own forces. But what we found we had to do is we couldn't use their equipment because it broke down so much. So we'd replace the engines with our own engines because their engines sucked so bad. It's like if you're doing a complete engine overhaul under a thousand kilometers, you have some issues. I need to kill that guy. He's gonna cause me no end of problems. But Russia has lots of issues like that. It's weird as... They got some weird issues. Like, I remember... No, yeah, as soon as Putin dies, there's probably going to be a civil war. Because there's no real secession plan, and I'm fairly certain there's going to be enough people wanting the top slot. And then once that happens, once Putin falls, there's already like little areas of the place that yeah. Come on, guys. Get over here. It's going to be interesting watching the Finnish military, though, and how NATO incorporates with them. You guys suck so bad. My guess is Sweden and Norway, the war plan will be they're going to send expeditionary brigades, like rapid expeditionary brigades, to reinforce Finland. And you guys will be heavy conscript. I don't think it's on my end. Like, I'm watching the stream on a separate computer. I have no lag issues. Like, I actually read chat on Twitch. I don't read chat off my streaming thing. Because it's so much smaller. I don't know why they have the chat small on this. But I don't think you guys will have much of an issue. Like, Russia's having an issue taking on Ukraine, and Ukraine didn't have the best military in the world. You guys are technologically way up there. Alright, let's form it up. Alright guys, let's get this shit done. I just need one hit. One hit's all I need. So once you get your degree, are you gonna have to move away from Finland and go south and work in France and where else Airbus is at? This might be a pretty good... Might be a close hit. Yeah, internet's an issue, like... So I would live in the country, but the farther you live in the rural areas, the worse your internet is. So... That's my only issue with it. And as soon as I retire, I'll probably get 2 internets. I'll probably have an internet to stream off of, and then I'll have another internet to run like Netflix and whatever other stuff I watch. It all depends. Alright. save issue. I really want to kill this guy because of that save issue. Like, I live in a really... It's alright, but I live in a crappy area in the United States right now. Basically, when you hear of, like, really bad tornadoes... So, I am an E8, which is... I'm a Master Sergeant slash First Sergeant. At 20 years, my base pay is like 6,000 or 500, something like that. So I get 50% of that. So I'll retire with a base pension of 3,200-ish or so, 2,000 or 3,300. But there's also something called VA benefits. So your VA benefits, how broken are you? And your VA benefits can go up from 10% to 100%. If you get 100% VA disability, you'll get like $4,000 a month. If you get like 90%, it's like $3,000. Like 80%, it's like $2,500. And I'm pretty broken, so there's a good chance I could retire and be making $7,000 a year. And then there's the... I don't like this at all. Let's go with you real quick. Let's release you. Ooh, I got 40 points to spend too. Yeah, so like, if I could retire with $7,000 a month the rest of my life, I'm in golden land. And then I have free college. So I get to go to college for free, which is pretty good in the States because it costs a lot. But I also get this thing called, since I get to go to college, I get paid to live, and it's called BAH. It's called Basic Allowance Housing. And so depending on where I live, the more expensive places you get more money. Like here, if I went to college in the town I'm living in right now, they would give me $1,000 a month just to rent an apartment. And that's for my entire time I'm in college as well. So going to college after you retire is probably a good thing. Because you get that free money, and it's like, hey, I'll just buy a house. The first 3 years of my mortgage payments are probably paid. Go to college, play video games, and plow all the money that I'm making off of retirement into my house. Pay it off early. You go hang out down here. I do need to buy New Sea. So let's go shopping. So there's the Northampton. I think it's called the Marblehead in the game. This is a pretty decent one. But it's 22. That is a pretty good, these two should do some damage together. I could have bought a merchant ship, but I'll get paid again eventually here shortly. Really like to take out this guy, though. Alright, let's go, boys. I don't even think I've hit him yet. Yeah, the army pensions are really good in the States because you get free medical, you can shop on post. If you apply for a government job, you have priority. There's just a lot of benefits to being in the military. And a lot of bullshit. Alright, looks a little like it's going to be a little bit forward, but the other one might be a little bit right there. Let's see where they drop. You gotta be shitting me. You're invincible. To be honest, they're like, this guy's invincible. I'm convinced of it. It took 6 torpedoes from that sub to kill him last time. And the only reason I want to kill him so badly is because he causes the save issue. Like, if he can't figure it out, he might just pull him from the game. because having to reload every time is kind of annoying. Well, I got 13 points right now. Oh shit, I got paid. I did get paid. And those are my only 2 merchant ships right now, so I need to buy another fast merchant. Which is not the greatest. Yeah, you can go there. He just needs fuel. The game is like that. Like, a lot of days, like, you'll just miss everything. The worst are the dud torpedoes, though. Like, when I have like 8 Catalinas and I'm launching 16 torpedoes and you have like 12 dud torpedoes, it's like, come on. I could play without the dud ratios, but this is kind of like how it was in real life. Like, Japan had about a 25% bomb dud failure rate, and we had about the Americans had like an 80% torpedo failure rate. Well, that looks nice. Oh yeah, he's going down. And if you got an 80% torpedo failure rate, your ships, your subs are just going to be in a bad day. Like, I won't even pick American subs. I'm using the 3 British, and then, like, there's like 7 or 8 Dutch subs you can use. There it is. Another 2% of the way there. This better be fighters. I'll be very sad if this is bombers. Yeah. They've got a couple places that can sit there and range you. I'm assuming you use your scout planes, right? If you have a, it's probably a very good rule of thumb. If you have a scout plane, especially on a base, use it. And just saturate the area. Because they're going to generate targets for your B-17s and your Sutherlands and your Catalinas. And then that's when you task all your Air Force to take stuff out. Because you're going to launch these B-17s, and then they're going to fly through the slot in Guadalcanal. And they'll generate targets on their own. But once you see a target, you can adjust your current flights to go meet them. Like, I don't have enough scout planes, so I only have a few air patrols. If I had larger air bases, I'd probably have 20 planes in this place if I could. Maybe even more. Oh, those are destroyers. Touche, computer, touche. All right. You guys go this way. Break, floor it. You're gonna go this way. And break, floor it. And you go this way. I'm just trying to save my bombers. Because if these are fighters, they'll just go attack them. And it's just a scout plane. Sometimes I get bored and I shoot those guys down, but there'll be so many over the course of a day. I'm actually kind of concerned where the enemy is. Get him some more fuel. He's bleeding soldiers quite a bit. But I've already passed the point of like where the game is. I'm probably good. Because I got 5,000, 2,000, plus 2,000, 2,000, and almost 2,000. So I can hold off a Japanese invasion for a long time. I just have to keep sinking ships till I hit that 200. So where's your college at anyway? Is it in you in one of the larger cities, or is it in one of the smaller cities? I don't know much about Finnish colleges. I know that city. Oh, wow, you go to college in France. Insane. Touche. Yeah, I know where Toulouse is. I couldn't even imagine. Like, I know a little, I know a couple, I know a little bit of a couple languages. I couldn't imagine trying to learn in like Hangul or Spanish or Tagalog. I couldn't even begin to think about learning in them. Like, I do not speak them that well. Like, I lived in South Korea for like close to 6 years or so. And there's no way I could go to school there. Yeah, sounds like my place. Yeah, it's a romantic language. So it's like they're all insane. So I'm a pretty big baseball fan in the United States. And so I introduced this forum that I'm on into the joys of Finnish baseball. Alright. You need to die. Needless to say, there's like a forum of a couple hundred Cardinals fans that love watching Finnish baseball. Because we just find it so hilarious. We just like the slides. Oh, I'm tracking. I'm a pretty dedicated hockey fan too. I just don't live in ice hockey land, so because I'm living in the South right now, and hockey's not king here. But I used to live in the North, where hockey was king. Come on, find that guy. Alright, there we go. Oh shit, it's this guy. Even better. And now I get to attack the Germans. It's one of the armed merchant cruisers. They say they're Dutch, but they're really German. Alright, boys. Drop well. So I switched to more bombs, less tonnage. Yeah, looks like he got a little bit of flooding in the front. Probably not enough to kill him, but yeah. Don't worry, nobody in the United States cares about that anyway. It's mostly just like a misdemeanor ticket. Or a local citation. That's not even like you get in trouble for it. America just has a lot of puritanical rules. Depending on where you live and what state. Oh, this isn't good. Don't shoot down my guy. Zeros are so brutal. It's like they're the perfect fighter in this game. Oh no. So they're not the fastest fighter in the game, but I think they're the second fastest fighter in the game. In this version of the game. The Warhawks down here are faster. These guys can outrun Zeros. I think they're going like 300-ish. And zeros like go like 297 or something like that. But there's just no stopping them. And they're great at strafing. Unlike the American fighters, your air cobras are pretty good, but the other ones are not. But like 12 zeros, like strafing a freighter's gonna die. Let the games begin. Alright, so you're here, and you're probably going this way. Let's start there and go that way. How about you guys come make a party too? He's probably out of range. Don't really have anything else that can attack him. Yeah, this is gonna get bloody real quick. Hopefully I can take this guy out so I can concentrate all my air power on the other guy. And that should be good. Alright, man. Have fun. Thanks for joining me. Later. Come on, bombs. Oh man, you suck, guys. All right, RTB. All right, guys. Remember, the key is here. We just have to damage them. Alright, let's burn the fighters. Alright, that's a nice size carrier. Nice size carrier. Shit size carrier. Got it. Heavy. Heavy. No battleships so far. Well, it looks like you are the target. Go get him, boys. Alright, boys. Drop, 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 drop. Start a lot of fires. I mean, not gonna complain too much. I mean, 4 hits, but they could be 250s or 100s, so you never freaking know. But he is bouncing around at 20-something knots. So he might burn himself down. Being dumb. Where are you at? Alright. Come on, little buddy. Just burn for me. I forget what that that Portuguese base has. I feel bad for invading it, but I had to. Damn damage control. Alright, so from what I've learned, that's 3 fires now. And then if it's just smoking, it's 2. And it's only in the bow right now. But he's going 31 knots. Which spreads fires like crazy. I don't even know how he's keeping up with it. If it was my ship, this thing would all be lit by now. Who are you? Alright, you have no dots on you, so you're probably this class. Wow, you're brutal. Well, it could be this class too. Yeah, you got 3 of them. That looks bigger though. But you do have the little wingtips. Probably this other one. Damn it. He's getting the fire under control. Either way, spreading fire, more damage. Alright, what do we do here? Just minor damage. But it is what it is. I lost 2 bombers, but the more damage I can do now, the better. I have a feeling these guys are going to come down here. And that would be not a good day. RTB. Yeah, you're probably not that important anymore. Alright, tactical that up. Now let's see if the fighters appear. Were you the one that I hit? Let's see, who's the minor one? Number 1. You are the target. Alright. I'll never understand why Japan doesn't, like, keep 40 fighters up at once. Because I would totally have at least 20 fighters up at any given time. Just rotating between two of the carriers. Alright. I need you to hit. Just a nice string right down the middle. 4 hits. Give me 4 hits, guys. Wow, they're gonna hit each other. They're gonna ram each other. That's pretty nice. Not good, not good. That looks pretty good, though. I don't know if he dropped, though. I don't think he dropped. Suicide in my planes. Yeah, he's got 92. He'll never make it. And this guy doesn't have enough time. I'll tactical him for shits and giggles, but... I think he's over here. Pretty sure you're out of range. God, what I wouldn't give for torpedo bombers right about now. And Langley's got some time in the shop. Alright, you're toast. So you're my only hope. And I don't think you're gonna make it. Probably still just right over here. All these volcanic islands. Man, this place would be nuts to live in. Yep, no joy. Alright, so you're going back, good. You're going over there, drop fuel off, good. You're sitting here, hating life, got it. Let's take the southerly route, guys. So these guys can actually put this airfield back in action, which would be lovely. Rest and repair. 7 days for the Langley. Man, that hurts. But a lot of points coming back. Whole nother task force. And then I can take the Hobart, attach him to that heavy cruiser, and those guys might be able to wreck some stuff. Maybe even get him some other cruisers as well. That way I can interdict this little invasion island here. Hang out like right here, and then push him up towards the nighttime, then push him back down during day. Either way, I'm going to end this here. Thanks for joining me. Please like, subscribe, follow, friend. And I am out of here. Later, all.